Orale. Two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio. LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you here. We are brought to you by LG Speakers. The LG X Boom Bounce is the portable speaker that delivers game-changing sound from practice to open runs. Power your play with up to 30 hours of battery life. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom, X Boom, top of next hour. Somebody was trying to bring the boom in the NFL. Well, it was to be expected. The comments afterwards, not so much. We'll get into that for you right here on Fox Sports Radio. But right now, it is time for a Monday tradition called this.
After your sports weekend happens. So it's time to get the FSR IR report.
Boom. What do we got? You guys are traveling. Run into any weirdos in the airport?
I'm stranded. I got stranded in Pennsylvania, so I'm still here.
Really?
And there's no flights out, so I might be stranded until tomorrow as well. I think I might have to drive to Philly. So I guess that's an IR in itself. But no, I haven't run into any weirdos.
Why? Because of weather, or what's the issue?
Just nothing is available. Like literally, like. Nothing is available to fly out on. Everything is booked. Solid.
And this is every
Super
week?
Solid. No, I mean, this is the first time I've run into not being able to get out. So I had a flight, and I wasn't going to.
So you're still in PA right now?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, you're never going to leave that place, huh?
Well, I was trying to go home. I clearly was ready to go home yesterday. Like yesterday was the day to get out. And, wasn't going to make the connection. I will say that is a very stressful situation trying to make your connections these days, getting into State College. So anyways, I'm going to drive to Philly, drive to Jersey, and fly out of Philly. Probably.
I'm not going to try. I don't take this as a shot.
Okay.
But whenever I visit a campus and it's hard to get there, I think to myself, if I was a recruit or if I was a recruit's parents, I would almost hold it against that school.
I'd
almost say
like
this is too much. This is a nightmare. I don't want to have to deal with this. There's other places that have similarities, and unless you're really in love with it, it's like I don't know if it's
take
worth
it
it
the wrong way. When I lived in Pittsburgh, I thought it was cool. Like, all right, we're right up on it. We can drive here. Everybody can get there. If you're from Philly, same thing. Jersey, same thing. But living out of town now, living in LA, it's very, very, it's an all day affair to try to get there. Like it ain't no one way. It's like you got to stop. Then you got to run through these big ass airports to try to get to the next one. They'll change the gate on you. Then you got to run back to a different gate, try to make that one on time. And it's not the easiest thing, man. Yeah, I would love for State College to build a bigger airport, man.
Yeah, but is it an airport thing, or is that specifically to traveling just to State College? Like when you travel anywhere else, do you run into those issues if you're going to the East Coast? Or
I don't fly very many other places. It's pretty easy to get into Pittsburgh. There's a direct to Philly. That's pretty easy. There's a direct into New Jersey. So I can't say that that's everywhere else I go. It is pretty unique to our college, our State College area.
I mean,
I don't know.
They don't have a private jet for you yet? I mean, you're LeVar Arrington.
Come on, man. I'm a simple kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fly commercial.
And you love the environment.
Okay, that too.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox, and this isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour celebrate 100 years of high-flying dunks, 100 years of show-stopping moves, and 100 years of changing the game. This game is once in a century. Be there. Bring the whole family and be part of a legacy that never stops. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour, coming to a city near you. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com. That's harlemglobetrotters.com.
Everything just hits different after football wins. The food, the drinks, and especially the hot sauce. That's right, make it the original Louisiana hot sauce. Bold, handcrafted, hot sauce straight out of Louisiana. Wings, nachos, burgers, whatever's on your plate, hit it with that Louisiana flavor and turn your victory meal unbeatable. And if your team took the L, pour some on anyway. It might not fix the score, but it will fire up your taste buds. The original Louisiana hot sauce. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Good morning. We saw that accident reported on 35 northbound at William Cannon Drive, causing a 17-minute delay right now. Stop and go traffic back from FM 1626. Good news, that accident did clear out, though. 35 northbound at 12. Stop and go traffic now from Old Torf. And then, of course, disabled vehicle cleared out to Ed Bluestein Boulevard northbound at Springdale Road. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by ParkWiz.
Make parking the easiest part of your night with ParkWiz. Reserve ahead and roll right in so you can enjoy the show, the game, or a night out without circling for parking. Save up to 50% off a secured space and skip the stress. Smarter parking starts here. Download the ParkWiz app today.
Celebrate UT football with Dulce Vita Tequila. 100% organic, made with 100% Blue Weber agave with its vibrant color and fresh citrus finish. Dulce Vita Tequila offers high quality at a value that can't be beat. Hook 'em. 40% by volume, imported by Dulce Vita Spirits, Austin, Texas.
iHeart presents Police coming straight from the underground. Ice Cube bringing truth to power. You know how we do. Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude. Before hip-hop, homies got shot. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
It's the gaming event of the year, featuring T-Pain's Nappy Boy Grizzlies versus Neo's Gentleman's Gaming. It's a 4v4 matchup featuring Call of Duty, Tetris, Trackmania, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, and Tekken 8. Season 0 of the Global Gaming League is live streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Head over to globalgamingleague.com. Hardball Hardge here. Football is back for both the college and the pros, and you can catch it all at your nearest Twin Peaks. Take your tailgate to Twin Peaks and start the season off with scenic views of all the hottest games from around the country. Match up your favorite teams with your favorite food and drinks. Get 29-degree draft beers and something special from the Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen. Watch for bourbons and brews on Fridays and football and fireball all month. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
At Skechers, comfort is a technology. That's right. You don't just make a shoe and hope it comes out comfortable. It takes research, innovations, compounds, engineering, and so much more to feel so comfortable you'd swear you're wearing pillows on your feet. We have features like Skechers Air-Cooled Memory Foam and fits like Relax Fit, Stretch Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, and so many more to make the shoe feel like it was custom-made just for your foot. Plus, we have hands-free Skechers Slip-ins technology. Just step it and go. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Sunny start to the week in the northeast with temperatures in the low 70s. Cooler in northern New England where breezy 60s prevail. Warm and muggy throughout the mid-Atlantic and the southeast as temperatures push to near 90 with scattered thunderstorms across the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida. The Gulf Coast stays unsettled with heavy downpours possible. A muggy mix of sun and storms throughout the deep south with highs in the upper 80s and showers flaring from Alabama and Mississippi into Louisiana. Comfortable early fall weather across the Midwest with temperatures in the mid-70s to the low 80s under partly sunny skies. A few clouds and light showers skim the upper Great Lakes. The southern plains remain hot with temperatures well into the 90s across Texas and Oklahoma. The northern plains stay more seasonal in the 80s. In the southwest deserts, temperatures will be in the mid to upper 90s in Phoenix and Las Vegas. Isolated monsoonal storms are possible over the mountains of New Mexico and Arizona. California's coastal areas stay in the low 70s while the inland valleys hit the low 90s. And in the Pacific Northwest, inland highs in the 70s to near 80 with sunshine while the coast is cooler with temperatures in the low to mid 60s. That's your national forecast. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Winners and Losers Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Texas is back in action this week after a bye. The SEC in top 25 shakeups. We've had big games over the weekend that did not disappoint. The Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers hug it out. That's all they did right there. That's all they did with each other. The MLB came down to its final day, and for the first time in a long time, the two Texas teams will not be participating. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And our guy Marcus is behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is use that new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Tap that red microphone, which is the talkback feature. And if it's cool enough, you might even hear it on air. Well, Texas football will be back this week, and folks are really excited about it because you had withdrawals last week. You had a lot of withdrawals going without the Texas Longhorns. Texas will be at Florida in Gainesville, 2:30 kickoff, and we will be at third base in Round Rock starting at 11:30, taking you up to 1:30 for the pregame show, and then we'll turn you over to the network with Craig Way, Roger Wallace, and Will Matthews, because we are your home for Texas football. But there's a lot that is going on with Texas football. What you got, Mark?
What am I going to ask you right now about the remote?
I'm not even going there. It's too early in the morning.
Do they have wings?
No, I knew that was going to be part of it, man. But you start to look at what's happened in the top 25, and it has changed drastically when you start to look at the games over the weekend. The games over the weekend were there was a lot of action that was happening. You look at the Oregon and Penn State game. That was a double overtime matchup. We'll talk about that. You talk about Bama. We were talking about what was going to happen with Bama when all was said and done. And just Kalen DeBoer, he just finds a way to win against these top coaches in college football. But the AP poll comes out yesterday, and now the rankings have changed. Ohio State is now still the number one team after they beat down Washington. I thought Washington was going to give them a game.
I did too.
Not so much, my friend. Oregon, as I said, 5-0 in the Big Ten. The two top teams in football right now reside in the Big Ten. A double overtime victory for Oregon. You look at Miami, they were idle this week. Ole Miss, wow, what a game by Ole Miss as they defeat LSU 24-19. Oklahoma is at number 5. Texas A&M is at number 6. They jumped 3 spots to go after they beat Auburn at home 16-10. Penn State drops to number 7, dropping 4 spots after their loss to Oregon in double overtime. Indiana is up 3 spots after they beat Iowa 20-15. Texas Longhorns come in at number 9, going up 1 spot after being ranked number 10 last week. Alabama 3-1. Remember, they were trying to run $70 million, the buyout. We're getting rid of them. Well, he goes and beats Georgia 24-21. Texas Tech was idle. They went up a spot to number 11. The Georgia Bulldogs fall 7 spots. They were at number 5. They are now 3-1 after their loss to Bama. LSU drops 9 spots to number 13 after their loss to Ole Miss. Iowa State stays at number 14 after beating Arizona 39-14. Tennessee beats Mississippi State for Mississippi State's first loss. Tennessee is 4-0, and they are ranked number 15. Diego Pavia, man. Oh, my goodness.
He just keeps on doing it.
Oh, he keeps rolling. They're up 2 spots to number 16 after defeating Utah State 55-35.
They're too low. I think they should be higher.
Well, they're going to get an opportunity because their schedule kind of heats up here pretty soon. So if they keep winning and keep playing the way that they're playing, they're going to get an opportunity. Georgia Tech defeats Wake Forest 30-29. They stay at 17. Florida State 3-1, drops 10 spots after losing to Virginia 46-38. We knew that was going to happen. Missouri 5-0, up 1 spot. They beat UMass. Number 20 is Michigan, down a spot. And then you also have Notre Dame at 21 after they beat Arkansas 56-13. And that is a firing of the head coach, Sam Pittman, at Arkansas. And the funny thing about that, Mark, is full circle moment as Bobby Petrino, who got fired after his motorcycle accident with a co-ed on the back, ended up, now he's back as the head coach, as the interim head coach. Full circle moment for Bobby Petrino. Illinois 4-1 after they beat USC 34-32. They are 22. BYU 4-0 after they beat Colorado in one heck of a football game because Colorado was winning that game early, and then it ended up with BYU finishing them off. Virginia 4-1, they're ranked, and they finish it off with Arizona State at 25 as they beat TCU 27-24.
Man, what a weekend.
Yeah.
What a weekend. The only thing this weekend missed was Texas playing.
Yep.
Like, if we could have had a Texas game, it would have been perfect because the games were very competitive. And that's all you really want to ask. You want to have good, solid football to where people start playing, you just want to turn the channel. That's not good, man.
Right.
And we didn't get that this weekend. I was very happy with watching the games.
Yeah, these games were very competitive, and as you said, you like to be around starting on Friday night. You get to see a lot of these teams that get those Friday night games. You get to focus on them, like Dion. Dion had an opportunity to win that. Oh, they were a late Saturday game.
Yeah.
That was the TCU game. That was Friday night. And so you start to look at and the Florida State game was on a Friday night as well. So you start looking at all of these teams as we're getting closer and closer to figuring out which teams are legit, which teams are not. This weekend, you got more matchups, big matchups in the SEC as you start to look at Kentucky is headed to Georgia. Georgia's going to have to bounce off of that. That is 11 a.m. kickoff. Texas at Florida. We'll talk about that all week as we have Coach Sark with his press availability today that you can hear right here on your home for Texas football. That game 2:30. Then you have Alabama and Vanderbilt. Remember I told you their schedule is about to pick up. Alabama ranked number 10. Diego Pavia going into Tuscaloosa to see what he's going to be able to do. He leads the team in passing and rushing. So you start to look at it and you're like, oh, this dude's scrambling around. Ty Simpson is sharp. I will talk about him in my Hard Knocks live take. You got Oklahoma. This is the week that y'all play Kent State, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the week y'all play Kent State.
Why you say y'all? Why you say? See?
Hey man,
hold on.
You got to make sure that you got to make sure that you get
some
ready.
Furniture moving around here in a second.
Then you have the night matchup at 6:30 as Mississippi State makes their trip to Kyle Field to take on the number 6th ranked Texas A&M Fighting Aggies. Think about that. They're the number 6th ranked team in the country, and people still don't seem to be fired up for what A&M is doing. They've been impressive all season long, and that quarterback Marcel Reed, he's been explosive. Casey Concepcion at wide receiver, he's an absolute playmaker and a dog. I mean, you start looking at this SEC, it's a little bit different than what folks are used to. And that's why everybody's kind of like shaking their head because the big dogs aren't sitting on the porch anymore.
No, the two teams in the SEC that nobody thought at the beginning of the year would be 5-0 is Missouri and A&M. Now Vanderbilt, you kind of saw that, you know, they're going to be tough.
There's some scrappiness to it.
And they didn't play the dogs that A&M have played and Missouri have played. So you didn't think it, but here we are, Hardge. Here we are.
Yeah, it's going to
undefeated.
It's going to be an interesting week. And as the season goes on, we're going to continue these conversations. Texas Longhorns back in action. You can hear Coach Sark's presser starting at 11 o'clock with myself, Craig Way, and our guy Cam Parker leading you up to our 11:30 presser with Coach Sark. Coming up next, we're going to continue the conversations. We're going to look across the SEC and see all the numbers. We're also going to talk Cowboys. Cowboys, folks. Yeah, we're coming back with the Cowboys. That's what we're going to do. A big-time game last night right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The voice of the Horns. Craig Way on 1300 The Zone. Weekdays at 2.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
We have an accident reported 35 northbound at William Cannon Drive, causing about an 18-minute delay right now. Stop and go traffic back from FM 1626. Good news, that accident did clear out from earlier 35 northbound at 12th Street. Hey, listen, when you run across road construction, just please slow down with caution. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs, from quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options. Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Get a quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Wind Down Wednesday is merging with tailgate season on October 1st at Cane and Abel's. Whether you're winding down midweek or gearing up for kickoff, Stella Rosa Wines is the perfect refreshed, semi-sweet, semi-sparkling, and full of flavor. Stella Rosa Black, Peach, or Red. You can't lose. My go-to is Stella Rosa Red. It always scores. And during happy hour, we're giving away huge tickets to ACL, which is sold out, and a plus A-level show. Whether you celebrate along Stella Rosa Wines, don't miss out.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Austin, are you ready for the ultimate showdown? The Formula One United States Grand Prix takes over Circuit of the Americas October 17th through 19th. The fastest cars, the fiercest drivers, the loudest crowds. The party keeps going as Kygo, Garth Brooks, and the Turnpike Troubadours light up the stage at night. It's racing. It's music. It's Texas size. Get your tickets at thecircuit.com. That's thecircuit.com.
We started Henyon and Walsh for people like you. People with integrity, honesty, and loyalty. The result? We care about you and your investment success. We're dedicated to your financial goals, so we'll always give you our best efforts because you've earned it. We're Henyon and Walsh and committed to you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
This isn't just a game, it's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be part of a legacy that never stops. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this.
Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Wake up with Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. We'll continue those conversations about all things NCAA in hour number 2. In the next segment, we'll talk Heisman Trophy hype. And is anyone excited about the news that came out in the middle of the Cowboys game at halftime that the halftime entertainment for the Super Bowl is going to be Bad Bunny? Like, what? How did this all come about?
Isn't he one of the highest selling artists in the world right now?
But do a lot of people know Bad Bunny? Like, just like last year, people were losing their mind about the Kendrick Lamar deal.
Go see how many followers he's got.
I know how many followers he's got, but are those people watching the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
They will be now. They will be now because he's on there.
Maybe that's why they're doing it. They're trying to get another audience.
I think that he's done. I know that he's been pretty good in the movies. I saw him in Happy Gilmore too. He was really good.
Train, the movie. It's like the Express Train.
No, I haven't seen that.
It was pretty good. Brad Pitt.
I have not seen that.
I thought he did a good job in there. I didn't know he was that good of an actor, actually.
Yeah. So we'll see what ends up happening, see how the excitement kind of rolls into everything. But the excitement. Is he really?
He had the best wrestling match at pay-per-view of any celebrity that's ever been in the ring. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he done a couple of shows, haven't he? A few shows.
Yeah, but the match he had with Damian Priest
in Puerto Rico.
It stands up with any wrestling match you say. I was like, how does this dude do this?
Wow. Interesting. Well, I'll see if I have time for that. Let's get into this Dallas Cowboy team.
Oh, come on, man. Why?
Because last night, the Dallas Cowboys, if they would have had any kind of stop last night, the Cowboys get a victory. Dak Prescott went out and played his behind off, kept his team in there. No CeeDee Lamb and still threw for over 300 yards.
And 3 tutties.
And you look at what Pickens was able to do when he finally decided, okay, I'm going to stop pouting and I'm going to start playing. Then you start looking around and you're like, okay, this is a great game plan for what was happening last night for the Cowboys. But the disappointing part of it, not only because you end up in a tie, it's the fact that your defense is still awful. If I'm walking into now look, we all looked at Green Bay as a team that was going to be one that was going to be, you're going to see them later in the season because of what they've been able to do, the ability to score when they get those opportunities. But last night, you give up 40 points and you tie. You don't win. You don't lose. You tie. And both of these defenses looked like a sieve. the way that they both quarterbacks were able to move the ball. The running game for the Cowboys looked great last night. The play action, what have I said the entire time? I said if Dak Prescott is going to be effective, it has to be play action. You have to have some resemblance of a running game. The disappointing part of it is, what is going on with Jaden Blue? Is Jaden Blue not able to read the playbook? Is that why he's not being able to play?
I don't know, because
you drafted a guy in the 5th round and he has been inactive in every ball game. Every ball game. It's ridiculous that, and now Miles Sanders was banged up last night. So is he going to get a chance to play by default, and then all of a sudden he figures everything out, and then boom?
Sometimes you got to, get out there and get your
don't get your quarterback killed.
Yeah, well,
you better pick up protection and know where to block.
If you're having trouble with protection, and that's the liability, and the reason that they keep you off the field, then I would say, as much as I love University of Texas and as much as I love Jalen Blue, I leave him on the bench. Because if Dak is gone, it's over.
Yeah,
you can kiss the baby.
Well, I'm excited from what I saw from Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams has proven to be a back that you could count on. Yeah, he had a fumble last week, but this week he was running hard between the tackles. He was running through people. He was exciting to watch run the football.
Yeah.
As I said, what I saw from Dak Prescott, he continues to make plays. He continues to throw the ball to the right receivers. There was something that a lot of people had to put some respect on his name last night. And Micah Parsons talked about Dak's performance.
I mean, bro, I think we was getting pressure all night. Like, you go watch that all 22, and you look how precise number 4 looked tonight. Just getting through his throws, getting to his receivers, the timing. I think he played a better game than we played defense. So, shout out to Dak. And I told him, I said, you go watch that film, and you lucky. If he wasn't on your it's been a long day. It's been a real long day for you. But he played a hell of a game, and I give him kudos for that.
How do you think you played personally?
I mean, I don't like to talk about myself. You just watch the film and you let me know how I played.
Go ahead on, Micah. But
hey,
he did put respect on Dak's name.
Don't think I'm gonna bash myself.
Right.
Like, who's that? Who's the reporter?
Got to ask those questions, though. You got to ask those. You have to.
You have to ask a player that had like 5 Harrys in the first half. Like, did he? How do you feel like you played?
Yeah. How do you think you played? How do you think you performed after your wrestling match? Did you feel like you did well, Mark?
Most of the time.
Okay.
But there was times where I felt like I didn't live up to
He didn't get home. He only got home one time.
He just got the pressure. But, like, man, you get a guy to have 7 pressures in a game, man.
That is impressive.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
So I would give him an A.
You go watch the film and tell me what you get. So you gave him an A. So there you go.
The question is, what would he give himself? Would he give himself an A or maybe a B?
He might have given himself a B because he didn't get home.
Because he didn't get there.
Exactly. They gave him credit for a sack that was not a sack. Dak was scrambling. He was outside the pocket. He got a positive gain, and they gave him a sack.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
That's just because they wanted to make sure Micah got some love. That's what it was all about.
That's that new sack stat.
They're trying to stick it in Jerry's face.
Yeah, they tried to. But Jerry get the last laugh. But I want you to hear from Dak Prescott on the Packers and the Cowboys ending in a tie.
Very. Yeah, I mean, you don't play the game for ties. I've told y'all before, I don't care about the stats. I don't care about the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. I just care about the end result and the win. And so when you don't get that, right now it's tough for me, guess 10 years in, the first tie I've been a part of, it's hard to kind of wrap my head around it because I know I'd feel a hell of a lot worse if it was a loss. But I'm not satisfied. Not that I would be if we won, but it's a weird feeling.
Yeah, 40.
There's a couple of things. The Cowboys have not had a tie since 1969. Is that not wild?
Well, you shouldn't be. I mean,
that's a long time.
There's not a lot of ties in the NFL. I mean, you start looking around, there should not be a tie. Let's just say that. There should never be a tie.
So you think they should make them keep playing
exactly
until there's a winner?
Until there's a winner. Yes.
Regardless of the history of the league and them changing the rule.
Sudden death after that. Everybody got the football, and that's what it was.
First
Everybody
one to score after both people had the ball.
You just continue to play.
Or,
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
I don't think the NFL at this level, at this time, with the advancements that are happening in all of this, there should not be a tie in an NFL game. These are professionals.
Right.
They could be ties in college. They could be ties in high school. There should not be ties in an NFL game. It just doesn't bode well.
No, it doesn't. And the second thing was Ferguson has got more targets than any tight end in the history of football in these first games.
Yep.
Like I when the season started and I said, hey man, pick up Ferguson. He's gonna have the middle of the field because of Dak throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. I didn't think that he would get more targets than any tight end that ever played.
Yeah.
That's a lot of targets, man.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of pressure that is happening as well. They're just like y'all said, Micah Parsons getting there quick, all the hurries. What do you got to do? You got to find your tight end. They paid him.
Down.
They paid him. So start throwing him the ball. That's right. They started looking around.
I wish I'd have had him on my fantasy team.
I'm sure it's the people that do have him was definitely excited about last night and the entire season. So much is happening in the NFL. What a great performance, but it's too bad that the game ended in a tie. Everybody's looking at each other like, wow, we just played our behinds off and
this is what we get.
Nothing. Warm milk and some cookies and go to bed.
Man, that sounds good.
Milk and cookies. That's what you're going to get. Coming up next, I'm going to talk about the Heisman hype, and there's one guy that I've been told I need to keep paying attention to. Well, he proved to be correct. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Accident cleared out 35 northbound at William Cannon Drive. Still a 25-minute delay in the area. Stop and go traffic all the way back to 45 Toll Road there. Hey, listen, motorcycle crashes are on the rise. Make it a habit. Look twice for motorcycles. Their safety is in our hands. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by ParkWiz.
Make parking the easiest part of your night with ParkWiz. Reserve ahead and roll right in so you can enjoy the show, the game, or a night out without circling for parking. Save up to 50% off a secured space and skip the stress. Smarter parking starts here. Download the ParkWiz app today.
Hey, it's Mark here, the world's strongest man, and here's some strong advice when it comes to working out, energy, longevity, pain management. It's all about blood flow. Heart health is all health. That's why I strongly recommend Super Beats by Human. I've been taking Super Beats Heart Chews for 9 months now, and I can feel it work immediately. You may have noticed the Human logo on the UT football field, and that's because Human was founded out of UT, and all UT teams use Super Beats products with clinically studied ingredients that are shown to provide nearly 2 times more effective blood pressure support than diet or just exercise alone. It's their cheat code. And it's mine too. You can go to livehuman.com and use the promo code MARK for 20% off of superior heart health performance with no crash. Go to livehuman.com with 2 N's, promo code MARK for 20% off your first order. Again, that's livehuman.com, 2 N's, promo code MARK.
It's the gaming event of the year, featuring T-Pain's Nappy Boy Grizzlies versus Neo's Gentleman's Gaming. It's a 4v4 matchup featuring Call of Duty, Tetris, Trackmania, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, and Tekken 8. Season 0 of the Global Gaming League is live streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Head over to globalgamingleague.com.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, Go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, "Oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo." I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Cowboys and Packers end in a 40-all tie, which was the second highest scoring tie in NFL history. Micah Parsons had a sack in his return to Dallas. The Texans picked up their first win of the season after shutting out the Titans. Longhorns stay at number 7 in this week's coaches poll. Ohio State remains number 1. Astros beat the Angels to wrap up their season, missing the playoffs to finish 87-75. I'm Ron Tomas.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
I'm Marcus Grant. And I'm Michael F. Florio. And together we host the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast.
Ready to dominate your fantasy league this season?
Then you need the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast, your ultimate source for player news, draft tips, and winning strategies.
Whether you're a rookie manager or a fantasy vet,
we've got the insight to help you crush your opponents.
Listen to the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Calling all nonprofit organizations. The NASCAR Day Giveathon is back for 2024. What's that, you ask? It's a national campaign to help nonprofit organizations raise funds to support their local missions. By signing up for the Giveathon, you gain access to a national marketing campaign to build visibility and donations for your nonprofit at no cost to you. And as a bonus, special incentives and prizes will be announced along the way to help you maximize your efforts. Visit NASCARDayGiveathon.org to sign up today.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Welcome back to the Hard Knocks Life segment right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. I wanted to get into this conversation real quick because as you start to look at the Heisman Trophy, because if you go back to the beginning of the season and you look at all the hype surrounding all of these different quarterbacks, it will kind of drive you crazy, to be quite honest with you. When you sit back and say, who was the preseason Heisman Trophy favorite? Well, we know. It was Arch
We know
Manning.
who it was.
It was Arch Manning. There were different names that were being thrown around, and obviously there's a lot of talent at the quarterback position. Well, now you start to say, well, who's truly there? You had DJ Lagway at one point being part of the conversation. There were names being thrown around. Not one of those names was Dante Moore, the quarterback for Oregon. Got a chance to watch Oregon and Penn State on Saturday night. It lived up to the hype. It was an outstanding football game. Dan Lanning is a psychopath as a head coach. You start looking at him on the sideline. That dude is lights out, turned on all the time, ready to go. Like, I'm like, is he on something? Because he's doing a little too much. But you start to look and you say, Dante Moore, I watched the way he moved, and I was told at the beginning of the season, this young man who transferred from UCLA that didn't truly get an opportunity is now lighting it up for the Oregon Ducks. You look at Ty Simpson. A lot of folks were upset with Ty Simpson. Didn't think he was going to be the quarterback that he is right now leading Alabama. Well, he's now second in the Heisman Trophy favorites. Jeremiah Smith, the big wide receiver for Ohio State, who Texas held in check multiple times. Well, he's third at plus 1,100. Fernando Mendoza. Huh? What? Say what?
What?
Who's that? Well, he's the quarterback for Indiana. He too at 1,100. Plus 1,100, excuse me. Carson Beck. All he does is keep winning, staying locked in, being able to move the ball around. Miami, one of the top teams in the country. Carson Beck plus 1,100.
Can I roast him real quick? His delivery looks like shot put throw. He should be playing. He should be doing track and field. That's why I don't think that he is consistent in his delivery, because he tries to push the ball rather than release it out of his hands.
Well, he must be doing something right, because a bunch of schools wanted him, and he got paid a lot of money to go to those schools, and it seems to be working.
Them dollars don't lie.
Yeah. But the name that is jumping out to me is this quarterback for Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss. He came from a Division II school to play quarterback at Ole Miss. And he was the backup quarterback because there was another guy that was in front of him that ended up getting hurt. And now Trinidad has taken over. Not only did he take over, he got a big victory the other day in a big-time matchup. So when you start to look at these quarterbacks and the players that are stepping up, as we talked about, Arch Manning, he was at one point the odds-on favorite at the beginning of the season. Now he's plus 3,000. Do you take that? Nah, let's see how he plays this weekend against Florida. You got Diego Pavia. His team is 5-0. 5-0, yeah. And you start to look at it, he's plus 1,800. Another guy that was at the top of the list early, Garrett Nussmeier, the quarterback for LSU. Well, he's down there with Arch Manning at plus 3,000. Drew Ayler, quarterback for Penn State, was supposed to be the guy, projected to be the number 1 overall pick, him and Cade Klubnik.
Look like Tarzan, play like James.
Not seeing a lot of these guys stepping up to those situations. So the moral of this is all these preseason hypes and jumping on that money right away, that's why Vegas can continue to have those big old buildings, because they set you up for your failure. If you don't find it right and you don't have a for sure that you have seen things that trend in the right direction, you can't jump out there because you think it's a great odd. It's a great odd. But isn't the point of having odds is to win them? You got to be able to win them.
But most people are not going to. Look at my picks. I'm sure that, like, I took a bath. It's only like, I think I won one game.
Entertainment purposes.
It's
And you are
entertainment
correct.
purposes.
And you are correct.
I only won one, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
that was a miracle.
See, it's in our family history that we're just not good gamblers. That's why my mom was so against me gambling.
She obviously knows her kids.
She know me. She knew that, hey, that's gonna be
there's gonna be a lot of anger.
Yeah, y'all gonna need to play sports. Y'all don't need to bet.
Yeah, baby, go play.
Yeah.
Don't bet.
Yeah, and I can't even, like, it's not good for you, Mark. It wasn't a good weekend.
It wasn't
for
a
you,
good
dog.
week.
I think you
Hey
did
guys,
not-
this is for entertainment purposes. Like, I'm trying to have fun, but y'all making me not even want to do picks.
Yeah,
that's how bad it is.
And you
How
know,
depressing.
no, you want to, because you won the Houston.
Don't get my hopes up.
You won the Houston Texans game, and you won the Oregon game.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
won
that.
two. You won two. So I'm not going.
It's
I'm
still
not gonna rush.
failure. It's below. It's below.
It's below
It's below
expectation.
500,
Yeah.
and it's way below my expectation.
Yeah, our guy Marcus, though, he had one heck of a weekend.
No, he didn't.
Oh yeah. He's only lost one game so far.
What?
Yeah, he's got tonight though. He's got tonight.
I don't like to brag, but you know.
Don't, sir. place. You're killing me, Smalls.
You might have to see him. You might have to come and see him. So you might start consulting with one young Marcus. You might have to start. Hey, Marcus, what are your picks before I go up here? Because I don't want to post mine no more.
So you want me to cheat off his paper? Yeah, horrible.
You might have to.
You have to change your new moniker from Hardball to Horrible Hardge.
Well, my picks have actually been okay this week.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, I'm 4-2. So that's called profit. That's called profit. That's called profit for the week.
Take your hand off your back.
I know you're not talking.
Barry.
I'm trying to. I was surprised you didn't walk in here with a sling today, because I knew your arm was sore from patting yourself on the back. But as I said, if you had to pick one of those guys right now, who would be your Heisman Trophy winning person?
I would go with the quarterback at Oregon, because you know he's going to get the ball and he's going to have opportunities to be the guy. And I didn't realize he could scramble like he scrambled.
And he's looking down the field.
Yes, he is actively looking down the field while he's scrambling.
He's not just trying to run.
You know, he looks like a physically smaller version of Mateer.
Let's pump the brakes on Mateer. I got some stats on Mateer and things just.
No.
Hey. It's
Fugazi.
Yeah, it's the John Cena look. It's the
Can't
John
see
Cena.
me?
Yeah. Coming up next, we're going to close out hour number 1. The Texas baseball teams are not moving forward. I'll tell you about it right here in the morning on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Fall in Texas means one thing: Texas Longhorns football. And you won't miss a snap all season long right here on 1300 The Zone. Touchdown, Texas! Your home for the Horns. Hook 'em.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Accident cleared out 35 northbound at William Cannon Drive. Still a 25-minute delay in the area. Stop and go traffic all the way back to 45 Toll Road there. Hey, listen, motorcycle crashes are on the rise. Make it a habit. Look twice for motorcycles. Their safety is in our hands. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay, things people love.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Make parking the easiest part of your night with ParkWiz. Reserve ahead and roll right in so you can enjoy the show, the game, or a night out without circling for parking. Save up to 50% off a secured space and skip the stress. Smarter parking starts here. Download the ParkWiz app today.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
This isn't just a game, it's a once-in-a-generation event.
The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Celebrate 100 years of high-flying dunks, 100 years of show-stopping moves, and 100 years of changing the game. Bring the whole family and be part of a legacy that never stops. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Texas weather can be brutal, so why settle for anything less than tough, reliable protection? Mueller delivers premium steel buildings and residential metal roofing built to handle year-round weather with lasting durability. Whether it's a barn, garage, or your forever home, trust Mueller to design your metal building project with style that stands out. Call Mueller Inc. today or visit MuellerInc.com. Design strong, designed for Texas.
Need cash for a home project, big life event, or to pay off high-interest debt? Tap into your home's equity with a home equity loan from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Use it for home improvements, debt consolidation, a wedding, tuition, or a vacation with flexible terms up to 30 years. Fixed rates, no closing cost under $250,000, and no repayment penalties. This is money that works for you. Apply online today at atfcu.org. Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, helping you do more with your home. ATFCU is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 422857. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your one-stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeart Radio app.
Live concerts. Getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. Get the latest info about COVID-19 vaccines at getvaccineanswers.org. It's up to you. Brought to you by iHeartRadio and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Man, oh man, oh man. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll go back to the SEC as there's a lot of changes going on in the SEC as we speak when it comes to college football. A lot of moving and shaking that is going on. People are moving and shaking. There's a lot of it that is going on in Major League Baseball. And for the first time since 2016, the Houston Astros did not make the playoffs.
Pour out a drink.
You're going to have to figure out what is truly going on. I saw Carlos Correa had a conversation talking about on paper, we probably have the best roster you can possibly have, but the games aren't played on paper. They're played on the field, and now the Astros will be going home, and the Major League season has come to an end with the playoffs being set to start tomorrow. And as you sit back today and you look at the way that it all went down, if you look at the divisional champs and the AL East was Toronto Blue Jays, big game yesterday for them to win because they held the tiebreaker over the New York Yankees. But you have the Yankees and the Red Sox kicking off the playoff season. How about that? Then you start to look across. You had the Cleveland Guardians coming back from 15 and a half games down behind the Detroit Tigers, who somehow, some way, find a way to sneak in to the playoffs. But they lose the division to the AL Central to the Cleveland Guardians. Then you have the Mariners, who with the big dumpers, crazy year, 60 home runs. And now the Mariners are the lone team out of the AL West that made the playoffs. Then you start to look at the NL. The Phillies win their division, only team out of the East because the Mets collapsed and ended up being eliminated from the playoffs on the last day of the season. No Mets with a $340 million
salary.
$40 million salary. and they are not in the playoffs.
Oh, my God.
You had the Brewers who put up a ridiculous number, but you had the Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds sneak in on the last day of the season to get into the playoffs. And, of course, you have the West, where the Dodgers, the Padres are the two teams in the West that give you a chance to maybe see a team out West win the World Series. But I want you to hear how the Guardians got into the playoffs.
Right field, it's deep. It is off the pole. Book it. Ruggiero rocks the house in the bottom of the ninth.
Pandemonium. And just like that, game over.
Thanks, Rangers.
Yeah. The
I'm
Rangers.
sorry, Marcus. I'm not laughing at your pain.
Oh, yeah. You got to, because that's the only way he's masking it. A walk-off fashion. And the Rangers, they pretty much eliminated the Astros 2 nights in a row. First off, they walk a guy to intentionally load the bases, and then they hit him on the next pitch. Game over. And then that right there, the walk-off home run, 3-run
Does that fit the where they do that conversation? You're gonna walk a guy
intentionally.
Intentionally.
Yes.
And then the next pitch, you hit a guy.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous when you sit back and you think about how this season, but the Rangers, they were in a bad spot anyway because they lost so many guys because of injury. The Astros, Jose Altuve said he was playing with a busted foot for the last couple months and just trying to fight.
It just wasn't going to get better anyway.
Yeah, there were some things that were happening. So he was just like, I just tried to play through it. But
half the team was on our.
No doubt. No doubt. So now the bracket is set up and all things are the Guardians will take on the Tigers. The biggest collapse in baseball with the Tigers, and the Guardians will be playing. The Mariners get a bye and the Blue Jays get a bye, but we get Red Sox and Yankees. That's going to be a battle. So I know you're excited about that. That will be a big time battle. In the NL, you have the Reds and the Dodgers. They will play tomorrow, and the Padres and the Cubs will be taking on each other tomorrow. You can follow all those games on ABC and ESPN for most of the action.
The only reason I'm excited is because the last maybe 15 games they played, they probably lost 4. And they're playing good. Yeah, the Yankees have been playing good these last 10, 15 games. But early in the season, Hardge, man, I was wondering whether or not they were going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they've won 8 straight games, including last night, and they're 9-1 in their last 10. The Red Sox are 6-4 in their last 10. So the Yankees are hot at the right time. And 94 wins, think about that. 94 wins is a big number of wins, and people were still calling for Aaron Boone's head.
What? But that's the nature of the sports world now. If you have one off season, like I joke around when I talk about, Dabo. Dabo is a great coach. He's just got to change his mindset, and a lot of these coaches, that's where the nature of the fan base. You have an off season and you can't play. Now all of a sudden you can't coach no more. Like, that's not true. That's not the way it works. You just got to let things play out. And this baseball season has been exactly that.
Yeah.
You got a lot of coaches that they've had too many injuries. They had to deal with this. Like the Yankees at the beginning of the season, it was Judge.
Yep.
Judge missed like 20 games.
And Giancarlo Stanton. But now the Bash brothers are still doing what they do. By the way, Aaron Judge wins the batting title for the American League with a .323 batting average. The National League batting title went to Trey Turner with a 304 batting average. That is awful. That is awful for that to be the way that you win it. But nobody really cares about average anymore, and that's all it's about, seems to be. Coming up next, we're headed to hour number 2 as we will continue our conversations about the SEC. Texas Longhorns will be taking on Florida this week, and we'll break it all down right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
It's the gaming event of the year, featuring T-Pain's Nappy Boy Grizzlies versus Neo's Gentleman's Gaming. It's a 4v4 matchup featuring Call of Duty, Tetris, Trackmania, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, and Tekken 8. Season 0 of the Global Gaming League is live streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Head over to globalgamingleague.com.
This is it, the biggest race weekend of the year. The Formula One United States Grand Prix roars back into Austin October 17th through 19th at Circuit of the Americas. 3 days of racing, 3 massive headliners, 1 legendary weekend. Witness 36 hours of entertainment featuring performances by Kygo, Garth Brooks, and the Turnpike Troubadours. Lock in your spot today at thecircuit.com. That's thecircuit.com.
iHeart presents the police coming straight from the underground. Ice Cube bringing truth to power.
You know how we do.
Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude.
Before hip-hop, homies got shot.
Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
The free iHeart Radio app makes your car radio jealous.
Live radio presets, lyrics for songs, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Plus, it all fits in your pocket.
Your car radio can't do that.
Make sure the free iHeart Radio app is on your smartphone now.
The #1 app for radio.
Look up, look down, look around, look up, look down, look around. In the trees and on the ground, 'cause the ALB must be found.
If you're hearing this, you should be concerned about the Asian longhorn beetle, an invasive species that's destroying our trees. But you can help. Look for the signs and help stop the beetle.
Look up, look down, look around, look up, look down, look around. In the trees and on the ground, 'cause the ALB must be found.
Some signs of the ALB are dime-sized holes on tree trunks, a sawdust-like material called frass, and the beetle itself, with a long black body and white spots.
Look up, look down, look around, look up, look down, look around. In the trees and on the ground, 'cause the ALB must be found.
Learn all the signs and how to report them at AsianLonghornedBeetle.com. That's AsianLonghornedBeetle.com.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeart Radio app.
The Morning Kickoff
The morning kickoff. It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on a Longhorns Monday edition of the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In hour number 1, we talked about the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers hugging each other at the end of the game and just saying, good game, guys. We'll practice tomorrow. See you next week. As they ended in a 40-40 tie. We also talked about the bye week is over and the Texas Longhorns will now be on the road going to Gainesville to take on the Florida Gators. 2:30 kickoff. We've got new AP rankings. We will be at third base in Round Rock starting at 11:30 this Saturday to do our pregame show leading you into the Texas Longhorns kickoff against the Florida Gators. And we also just talked about the Major League Baseball playoffs where they don't have the Rangers, and for the first time since 2016, the Astros are out. Marcus, it's been a tough road for you and your Houston sports. How you feeling right now, man?
Thank goodness the Texans won on Sunday. I might have been on watch.
Would have been looking for you to come in and work. Where's Marcus?
Somebody call Marcus' house.
We need to find out what's going on with our guy. But I do want to go back to the SEC because the SEC and college football had an unbelievable weekend. When you start to think in all of these different moves that have happened, you start to look at Saturday's games. Oregon defeating Penn State, the top 10 matchup, top 6 matchup as Oregon beat Penn State 30-24 in double overtime. And the intensity wrapped around that ball game was something that a lot of folks truly could not understand. Because when you look at what Franklin has been able to do, James Franklin, or can I say not been able to do, he and his quarterback, Drew Aller, who we talked about in the Heisman Trophy conversation, they fall to 0-6. Drew Aller himself is 0-6 against AP top 6 ranked opponents after they lost. He's 0-6 against those types of teams. This is James Franklin's record against top 10 opponents since he's been at Penn State. He's 1-15 against top 5. He's 4-21 against top 10. He's 15-30 against top 25, and he's 4-17 against Michigan and Ohio State.
I told you that's why I wouldn't pick him. That he don't win the big game. They'll beat Mississippi Valley State.
I mean,
they'll
I sure hope
Kent.
so.
They'll beat Kent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What happened?
Don't y'all play Kent this week?
Why you keep saying y'all? They'll beat Sam Houston.
But
when they play Texas,
right?
When they play Notre Dame, when they play Ohio State, they lose what'd you say? 4 and what?
4-25.
4 and how's he?
He's 4-21 against top 10 opponents. He's 4-17 against Michigan and Ohio State.
Alone.
Yeah.
Alone.
Right.
And then those other 7 teams, I guarantee you they were top 20 ranked teams that were on the rise.
Yep.
And he lost to them. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I have zero faith in him as a coach.
Yeah, it's tough if you're a Penn State fan, especially because the expectations are very, very high. He's been there for quite some time, and you just don't seem to get over the hump. But they did get into the playoffs. They made it to the next round. Last year, they had an opportunity to play. So you can't look at them and be like an all failure. You're just not winning the Big Ten because they have gotten into the playoffs. They got in last year and they advanced. So you just want to be at the end of it.
Hardge, what's the use of being in the top 5, top 6, and then you get to the first game in the playoffs and you lose? Like, that's college football is different than pros.
I thought they won the first game last year.
No, I'm talking about in general.
Okay.
Like, Penn State has always been that team since Franklin took over that when the moment got big, they peed down their leg.
All right.
And I'm not going to apologize for what I'm saying. I don't think that he is a championship coach.
No, I don't. I mean, it's obvious he's not. I mean, there's a lot of those that are out there. There's a lot of those. I don't think that he's a championship coach. There's only a few that win year in and year out that put themselves in that position. One of those guys is Kirby Smart. Now, Kirby Smart's got an Alabama problem. Kirby Smart loses to Alabama under Kalen DeBoer, but he doesn't have a great record against Alabama as a head coach.
With Saban, when they had Saban.
Right. So if we're going to sprinkle some dirt, but look at the numbers that Kirby had against other teams. He just said, Kirby Smart, when he was asked about his 1-7 record against Alabama, he said, well, what am I against all the other teams? So you don't have to win.
Was he wrong?
He's not. But that's the
Right.
point. It's like you don't have to win your conference nowadays. All you got to do is get into the
But
party.
Franklin can't say that. Franklin can't say it on both counts.
Yeah, they're not very good.
He can't
in
win
big
his
games.
conference.
Yeah.
And he can't win against top teams in any other conference. He can beat all the lower division one. If you 25 to 75, oh, he gonna knock you off. And that's some of that is, I think, mental. I think that he needs to let somebody else call plays and make the decision making. And if that's the case, then why haven't? Why pay him $9 million a year?
So you just who's going to take over Penn State and do a better job than
LeVar
that?
Arlington. Just send him over there. He think he can do it.
No, you don't.
Bring back Bill O'Brien.
Oh my goodness. Might not. You might have to. You might have to. That might be the only thing that can help them. I got a question too, because this weekend we got a chance to see Tennessee. They beat Mississippi State in overtime. And this was a big time matchup for the Aguilar kid, the quarterback for Tennessee. He's proven to be the right move for what Josh Heupel has been asking of him. But Mississippi State scored 34 points in this game. And Mississippi State is on Texas's schedule. And I'll be interested to see this conversation this afternoon with Coach Sark that you can hear starting at 11 a.m. with myself, Craig Way, and Cam Parker from the stadium as we bring you Coach Sark's weekly presser at 11:30 that you can hear on AM 1300 The Zone. But my question is Mississippi State a team that Texas needs to make sure that they're paying attention to? Because you got to go to Starkville. You're going
Texas
to Starkville.
is not underlooking nobody.
Yeah.
Like Texas, this Coach Sark we talk about. This is a dude that got contingency. If he was a superhero, he would be Batman. He's got contingency plans for his contingency plans.
I'm gonna say he would be Batman.
Am I lying? Hey, what is Batman?
What did you say? He's got what to what?
He is rich.
Yeah.
And he's rich in talent. He's rich in culture. And the University of Texas team overall is balanced in every category. Every category. The special teams is finally caught up. And if the offense starts to really click, like we think that it can click, this next 5 games would be the deciding factors on whether or not Texas is in the top 4 at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And the people that they have to beat are elite. Mississippi State, elite. Vanderbilt, elite. Georgia, elite. Arkansas, not so much. A&M, elite. That's 4 of the 6 teams would put you in the top 3 if you beat them. If you're Texas right now. So all you got to do is man your schedule.
Yep.
That's all they got to do.
Yeah, they play some ranked. They got some ranked opponents that is in there that is going to help their status, but the status has to be It starts this weekend. It started last week during practice and preparation.
I'm not
and
overlooking
recouping.
Florida.
No, you cannot.
I'm not.
You cannot. I mean, this is a desperate football team, the Florida Gators.
And that's the most dangerous team, the one that's desperate.
They have
the one that's in the corner with the claws out.
They are waiting to pounce. And that is something that we've all talked about and we've all looked at when you go into Gainesville, the swamp. This is the first time Texas has been there. So think about it. Think about all those fans in Gainesville that have been waiting to see a team like Texas come into Gainesville. You got the fan base that understands we've got to be there to support our team. We have to figure out a way. If they can't do it on the field, we're going to do it off the field and bring enough noise.
Yeah, well, we got Titus O'Neil coming on, Florida grad, played at Florida, wrestled for the WWE for many years. He's coming on the Legends of the Locker Room Thursday. So Titus posted on his page. Now I get all of these Florida people calling me, why can't I come on the show? Percy Harvin being one of them, the most notable name. We all know who Percy Harvin is.
Name dropping?
If you're a football player. All y'all Florida fans, I don't want y'all on the show. I don't. Titus O'Neil is lucky to be on here. Talk to no Florida people.
Well, it's a big week, and there's a lot going into this. And you sit back and you think about this Texas football. Are we at a spot where now it's the first SEC game? What is Texas ready to do? Are we going to see the better version of the Texas Longhorns?
I think so. I hope so.
When we come back, we got a special segment. One of Mark's friends is going to talk to us about a serious matter right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Football season is here, and there's no better place to break it all down than Twin Peaks on Stastny Lane this Thursday from 2 to 6 p.m. Join Craig Way, Mike Hardball Hardge, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, and Cameron Parker as they talk everything NFL and college football. Come for the cold drinks, great food, and stay for the hottest takes from your favorite hosts. Live from Twin Peaks, Stastny Lane, only on 1300 The Zone.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. That's cash. Enter it now.
Ready? AM 1300 The Zone.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Beginning Thursday.
Jelly roll!
Hi, this is Ed Sheeran.
Brian Adams. Make some noise for Tate McRae. Hey, I'm Shannon Hagar.
Mariah Carey.
We have Maroon 5. Good evening.
Hey, this is John Fogerty.
Tim McGraw.
And so much more.
See it all at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Streaming only on Hulu. Beginning Thursday.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Good news, that stall cleared out on 35 northbound at William Cannon Drive. Still got about a 21-minute delay in the area. We also have a stall blocking the off-ramp, partially blocking. This is going to be 183 southbound right at the off-ramp to Highway 45. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by ParkWiz.
Make parking the easiest part of your night with ParkWiz. Reserve ahead and roll right in so you can enjoy the show, the game, or a night out without circling for parking. Save up to 50% off a secured space and skip the stress. Smarter parking starts here. Download the ParkWiz app today.
The truth is, fantasy drafts are always tough. Do you reach for that quarterback or that wide receiver that no one knows about that's from your favorite college? Or do you just get that last Bud Light in the cooler? Choose wisely, because when the game's on the line, no one wants to reach in there and not have that Bud Light. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
When 60 Minutes premiered in September 1968, there was nothing like it.
We realize, of course, that new approaches are not always instantly accepted.
I'm Seth Doan of CBS News, and I'm excited to introduce a new podcast from 60 Minutes called A Second Look. The team at 60 Minutes has spent the last year digging through thousands of tapes, transcripts, and reels of film. And you're about to hear some of the sound that was never broadcast, like 21-year-old Taylor Swift imagining her future success.
Sometimes I get really overwhelmed when I think about, like, 10 years from now, I'll be 30. What's the sound then? What are the choices I've made at that point? Oh my God, what does my life look like?
Then there are the people you may not recognize by name, but who witnessed some of the most important events in modern history. Along the way, I'll speak with some of the legendary correspondents who reported the stories, as well as those whose lives were altered after sitting down with 60. Together, we'll hear how much our world has changed.
You're working in borrowed time. You're not just saying that to scare us.
And how it hasn't.
You were either for the books or against the books. And it was almost like a civil war.
You can really draw a bright red line from 74 to 2024.
It's time for A Second Look.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. In the next segment, you'll have the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take, and then we'll close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. But we wanted to have a serious conversation real quick. As I told you, September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, but it's also suicide prevention and mental health. Last night's game, you saw Dak Prescott wearing the on his wristband. He does it every single game. He always has a wristband that says, ask for help. He writes it on his arm, and he continues to share the message because he lost his brother to a suicide not too long ago. So he's always been there and been an advocate for that. So with it being Mental Health Month and Mental Health Awareness Month, we decided that we were going to have somebody on to have a conversation to kind of tell you the same thing. Why don't you ask for help? And Mark?
Well, I want to introduce a really good friend of mine, more like a brother, Ty Gilden, a.k.a. G, my buddy, and also the best friend of the football player that passed away last week due to suicide, Rudy Johnson. Rudy was an awesome guy. Spent a lot of time with him along with G in Cincinnati. And G, you on the line?
Yep.
I'm here.
All right. Awesome. Man, we spoke at length recently about, Rudy's suicide, and you told me that there were signs like 4 years ago that you talked to him, and Like, did Rudy ever talk to you about his issues?
Not in detail about issues, just the overall stresses of life. So, you know, a lot of the times that we spent together was just kind of like really a brotherhood, just giving him a little bit more of what to do and what not to do, or what about this situation. He was a grown man and he can make his own decisions on things, but my job as a brother to whomever I friend with is to make sure that they can speak to people, they can talk freely, and they can feel heard and trusted. And with that value thing is so difficult. So, Mark, as you know, I have 4 older brothers. So I've been able to speak freely all my life. And a lot of men do not get that opportunity. So I took it upon myself just during his time frame here in Cincinnati. I was probably with him 6 to 7 days a week for about 8 years. And, you know, trips and hanging out and, you know, fundraisers and whatnot, dinners. But I just gave him just a solid foundation about things. Now, some of those signs that we talked about, he isolated himself a little bit. Some of the conversations started to not be as lengthy. You know, when you start getting the evasion in conversation. Yeah, everything is good, man. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, X, Y, Z. And so not literally being in Miami anymore, not having the frequency that I had to him, I can see some differences in there. But nothing that just stood out major. It's hard. It's hard if you're not there to say, man, what's up? Let's go to dinner. And now I'm going to interview you like I'm at work. You know, but we do that amongst each other. Mark, you do that to me. You know, when we all get around each other, we have those type of conversations and we really look at it that way. And it's about holding one another accountable. And a lot of my friends hold me accountable, my family. So anybody that I associate with, I hold them accountable about everything. I talk
Yeah.
to them. How's the kids doing? How's the wife doing? What's going on with work, man? What's going on with the Olympics? What's going on with wrestling? What's going on with the podcast? We go through it so we know, because a lot of times just a sounding board or somebody you can trust gives you just another moment, another few hours or a few days.
Todd, I wanted to ask you this because obviously we spend a lot of time around our brothers and our sisters, and we understand every day is not going to be a perfect day. We understand the struggles that people go through, but we don't know the extent of the struggles, because you can wake up this morning, didn't sleep good, things are going on in your mind, and you're just like, all right, I'm going to deal with it. But then there's a deeper rooted situation. And I'm not asking you how you pull that out of somebody, but if you spend enough time with them, you'll start to see, as you said, some of the changes in the conversation, correct?
Correct. You know, I'm inside of IT and I'm inside of leadership. So I look at the supply chain, the project, the program management way of thinking. So strategically, first off, I try to make myself available. I try to make sure that the environment is safe and there's confidentiality in there. So that's a lot of what keeps people from speaking freely. This day and age, the brother, I love you, man. How you doing? What's going on? Talk to me. It's taking a back seat because it's so much of a struggle in things. So I push beyond that and make them feel okay about it. You know, I took a lot of pressure, a lot of heat. You know, hey, he's running after athletes and entertainers. He knows a lot of people. No, man, I'm the man. I'm cool. I'm cool on where I'm at. So you know, those guys feel comfortable in that space. So we're able to just talk as brothers without my hand is out. I need this. I'm on that. I'm like, nah, man. How you really feeling? You know, and by doing that, I was able to be available. So back from, say, Cincinnati perspective, I guess I had a room at the mansion, at the house, and I would I work remote, so I would be available. So 3 in the morning, I might get a knock on my door at his house. And we may end up talking for 3 or 4 hours. drink in his hand, things on his mind, but I let him, he was able to go about my baby mama, my parents, my homeboys, football, just you name it. He was able to kind of get in there and dig into it. And so I made sure that, again, like I said, I was totally available for that. And that's what's ever so important to everything.
G,
So
when was the last time that you spoke to Rudy? We talked about it briefly, but I wanted to let the audience know the conversation we had.
I guess my camera went off. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you still good. You're still good.
Okay. About a month ago, give or take, and it wasn't as Rudy J as normally. So again, like I mentioned, the whole point of being able to talk freely and for extended amounts of time, once that starts to kind of get in the way, the language changes. Man, what you doing? Oh man, I gotta make this run and make that run. The conversation becomes a little shorter. It's not anything back at the person. It's just they're distracted and you're not there. The physical face to face is so important. And like Mark knows and everybody else, we try to do a face to face when we can, but outside of that, we definitely pick up the phone. This
Right.
generation now is text in and text forever. I kind of like to hear a person's voice. You can pick up things when you ask certain questions and how they hesitate, how they respond back, where they're really at. And so I make sure that I stay on point with that.
Wow, that's awesome, and it fits right into that. Let's talk about it.
Right.
So we wanted to talk about it, but I wanted to let you get that off your chest as well as inform the people that listen to our show that, with this month being what it is, let's talk about it, guys. Like, do not internalize it and hold it in. G, thank you, man, for coming on with us.
Always, brother. Always.
You're a brother to me, and I appreciate the big brotherness of our relationship.
That's what we do, Mark, man. You guys, black man to black man, world to world, I love you all, man. And Mark knows it, and Marcus, you know it now. If you guys ever need to reach out to me, I'm a fantastic communicator. I support people. I actually stand for what they stand for, and I challenge them against what doesn't work. And
Right.
it helps to bring out greatness. And I'll leave with this. I should always say this to Rudy during his playing years and whatnot. What are you going to do when the cheering stops? I was taught that as an early age by Rick Gates out of Dayton, Ohio. Being a star athlete and all this growing up, he always said, what are you going to do when the cheering stops? No one says your name. Who are you? And so I was proud of Rudy of where he pushed after football because I knew that was going to be a challenge. Who do you exist out of not playing football for 20 some years of your life? How do you develop as a father, as a man, as a businessman? Is it all about hanging out? Is it about building structure? Is it about building legacy? And so the little things I try to just instill with him when I had the floor with him, uninhibited by anybody, just him and I for hours upon hours. And so that's what I did. So when I saw those great moments, I was happy, but didn't see the latter part, the darkness, because everybody has a troubling spot and they can reach out to folks.
Man, we appreciate you for taking the time and sharing that story. As always, I mean, a friend of Mark's is a friend of mine. So continued success, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again at another time. Appreciate you.
All right. Take care, fellas. Thanks.
There he is, Todd Golden. Deep. Coming up next, we're going to have our guy, Mark Henry, give us his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
I want to give a special shout out to all the people who came before me, the alumni from Thomasville High School and Ettrick Trojans. Also, the same people who came after me. So, with that being said, I just want to say, dream big, shoot for the stars, Stay focused, never give up. And one more thing. To all the kids from Chesterfield County, I'll be watching for the next star to be born.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We have an accident blocking the right shoulder. This is on the Mopac southbound at Far West Boulevard. About a 2-minute delay. Slow traffic back from Stack Avenue. Disabled vehicle did clear out, though. 35 northbound at William Cannon Drive. Still a 17-minute delay in the area. And we also have another stall that cleared from the exit ramp. This is going to be on 183A southbound off-ramp to Highway 45. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended, balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Hey, it's Dr. Laurie Santos here. I'm proud to support iHeart Recovery Month and Mobilize Recovery to help elevate and normalize conversations we should all be having about addiction and mental health conditions, because those conditions affect all of us. Whether you're struggling yourself or have a family member or friend that just needs to know that recovery is real, our communities need our voices. You can be the difference that inspires someone to start their recovery journey. And a special FYI for college students, resources and real talk are happening this fall with the Campus Search Tour. Learn more at iHeartRecoveryMonth.com.
It's the gaming event of the year, featuring T-Pain's Nappy Boy Grizzlies versus Neo's Gentleman's Gaming. It's a 4v4 matchup featuring Call of Duty, Tetris, Trackmania, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, and Tekken 8. Season 0 of the Global Gaming League is live streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Head over to globalgamingleague.com. Wind Down Wednesday is merging with tailgate season on October 1st at Cane & Abel's. Whether you're winding down midweek or gearing up for kickoff, Stella Rosa Wines is the perfect refreshed, semi-sweet, semi-sparkling, and full of flavor. Stella Rosa Black, Peach, or Red. You can't lose. My go-to is Stella Rosa Red. It always scores. And during happy hour, we're giving away huge tickets to ACL, which is sold out, and a plus A-level show. Whether you celebrate along Stella Rosa Wines, don't miss out.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, a mix of sun and clouds for your Monday, a high of 90, cloudy tonight, a low of 68, mostly sunny on Tuesday, a high in the low to mid-90s.
This report is sponsored by ParkWiz.
Make parking the easiest part of your night with ParkWiz. Reserve ahead and roll right in so you can enjoy the show, the game, or a night out without circling for parking. Save up to 50% off a secured space and skip the stress. Smarter parking starts here. Download the ParkWiz app today.
Fall is sports season, and iHeartRadio has it all. The NFL.
Touchdown, Green Bay Packers.
MLB playoffs.
It is gone!
College football, the NHL, and NBA preseason moves are underway. From scores and reactions to interviews and hot takes, it's all at your fingertips on the iHeartRadio app.
Appreciate you taking my call, guys.
Lock in with your favorite teams with play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can react and join the conversation. Sports on iHeartRadio, where fans live it.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
You heard the beat drop, so you know what that is. WWE Hall of Famer and world's strongest man, Mark Henry, brings you his world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella.
All right.
What's up, man?
You know what time it is?
What time?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Cuz back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Guys, we got B-sides today. We got B-sides. My whole take was going to be about the way that a dominant wide receiver affects the offense of the Kansas City Chiefs. You add Xavier Worthy, you have to play a safety over the top. It makes Patrick Mahomes and the Andy Reid system that much better. It's really designed to hit underneath from the wide receiver on the strong side, taking away the deep help. That's just what it is. It makes Kelsey better. It makes throwing the running back into the flats on the side that the wide receiver left from better. And Patrick Mahomes gets to scramble up the middle and to the opposite side of the field. It just makes them a better team. But I'm not going to do that today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my frustration from last night. I'm going to talk about the tying situation in professional football. There should not be. And yes, the Players Association is going to be mad at me. They're going to say, well, we don't want our athletes to play extra minutes. This is the pros. This is not high school. It's not college. It's professional football. People pay a lot of money. They sacrifice months of pay so they can go and spend that time at Cowboy Stadium or at the Texan Stadium or whoever you're a fan of. They sacrifice that money. Honey, I want to go to this game. It's going to cost us $1,500, $2,000 for the weekend. All right, well, we just got to sacrifice. You think that they wanted to see a tie? Think about all those people that was in that stadium, 100,000 strong. I guarantee out of that 100,000, 50,000 of those people sacrificed to sit in that stadium and watch that game. And that money will never come back to them because they don't get a win or a loss. I will take a win or a loss. Not paying for a tie. It's not fair. The Players Association and the NFL have to get together and have to say, guys, we can't never have a situation like this happen again. Hardge, what say you?
Well, I've said that from the very beginning. There's not a reason on earth that an NFL game should end in a tie. And as far as the other part about them not wanting people to play extra time, I disagree with that. They're trying to add an extra game.
Right. The owners want extra game.
They're trying to add an extra game. So I don't believe in that philosophy at all right now. I just think that it's, once again, the NFL not covering itself. Marcus brought up a great point during our break about how before it was just whoever scored first won the game.
Sudden death.
Yeah, it was that. And I believe
and then they didn't like
what,
the term sudden death. Oh, that's cruel. That's hateful. We shouldn't do that.
I would go further. After every team has the ball, it's whoever scores after that.
There you go. Whether
it's a field goal, whether it's a touchdown, whatever.
2 point.
I mean, it is cruel. Now, to your point, I liked what you said. I mean, I would much rather win or lose than have to sit there and be a tie, because now you bring in a whole different factor. Like that game right there is going to cost one of those teams.
Yeah, it's going to be a half.
It's going to be a seeding. It's going to be a playoff berth. It is going to cost a team. And that right there factors into, let me talk to my cousin, the over-under on the win-loss record. So Vegas is looking at this, because it goes back to that at some point. Vegas is looking at this as, boom, we might be in a good spot, because that game, that's where their half is, right? 7.5, over under 7.5.
Oh, no.
That becomes that half for you. So now you're sitting at 6 wins, and you're not getting to that eighth win. Excuse me. You're sitting at 7 wins, but you're sitting there because you got that tie. Vegas wins, or you win, depending on how it worked. However, you took that.
So it's
bet.
just an extra.
It's
an extra element.
Exactly. So, because it does come back to it, as much as we, for entertainment purposes, there's a reason why those buildings are as big as they are out there. There's a reason why Vegas always finds a way to win something. You're going to give it up somehow, some way.
I ain't even think about it like that.
So there is some things that are going on that are playing another part, but there should not be a tied football game in the NFL.
Hey, thank you for agreeing with me. It's been a while. It's been a while, man. This is so refreshing.
We're going to close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick.
Did it get weird?
It did. Real weird. real weird. We got Monday Night Football doubleheader. And oh, yeah, Texas baseball played this weekend. I got a chance to go out there. Texas fans, Texas Tech fans, job well done. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The future is here. Arch Manning.
Arch to the 10. Arch to the 5. Arch to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas.
Hear every throw, every scramble, every touchdown on your home for the Hordes.
Arch makes a tackle. 50, 45, to the 30. Dare I say it? Say goodnight to it. 67 yards. Arch to the house.
Don't miss a single moment of the Manning era on 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em.
We have an accident blocking the right shoulder. This is on the Mopac southbound at Far West Boulevard. About a 2-minute delay. Slow traffic back from Stack Avenue. Disabled vehicle did clear out, though, 35 northbound at William Cannon Drive. Still a 17-minute delay in the area. And we also have another stall that cleared from the exit ramp. This is going to be on 183A southbound off-ramp to Highway 45. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance says if you're a renter, make sure you're protected. Renter's insurance includes options that cover stolen property, personal injury, and living expenses if your place is damaged. Get a quote for renter's insurance at progressive.com.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Looking for something new? Try fencing, the Olympic and Paralympic sport that mixes speed, strategy, and fun. It's like chess meets cardio. Quick feet, quick decisions, and a satisfying beat when you score a point. Kids, teens, and adults can start anytime. No experience needed, and many clubs have loaner gear. Coaches teach fundamentals and safety from day one. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. So whatever your customers are into, true crime, sports, comedy, culture, they'll hear your message. Plus, only iHeart can extend your message to audiences across broadcast radio. And all this reach means everything. Just think about the universal marketing formula. The number of consumers who hear your message times the response rate equals the results. Now let's get those results growing for you. Think podcasting can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, radio, and podcasting. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Or call 844-844-iHeart. One more time. Call 844-844-iHeart and get podcasting working for you.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZzzQuil Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZzzQuil Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your sixth graders' soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Make parking the easiest part of your night with ParkWiz. Reserve ahead and roll right in so you can enjoy the show, the game, or a night out without circling for parking. Save up to 50% off a secured space and skip the stress. Smarter parking starts here. Download the ParkWiz app today.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Texas Longhorns.
If you missed any part of the show, all you got to do is get over to the podcast page. Marcus will have that up wherever you do your podcast. Of course, it should be on the Always True iHeart app. Make sure you tune it in this afternoon. Well, this morning, later this morning, starting at 11 a.m. and breaking it all down, talking all things Texas as myself, Craig Way, and Cam Parker will be at the stadium leading you up to the press conference with Coach Sharp. 11 a.m. is where we will start. 11:30 is where Coach Sharp will take the microphone and preview it. The Florida Gator matchup. We will talk a lot about that. Let me just explain something to you. When we get back into action, this is what it's all about. The whole conversation this week will be about Texas football being back in the SEC. It's a wide open race. You start to look at a lot of these teams and the expectations and the excitement of it all. We've been waiting on this. We've been waiting for SEC play. It's the first SEC game for the Texas Longhorns this season, and they are prepared. The big question for me is going to be about DJ Lagway, the conversation about him. How is he going to play? Is he the week off, the bye week for him? Did that make him feel better? Was it enough time for Arch coming off of that great performance against Sam Houston? Is his confidence where it needs to be going into this? What's the running back room going to look like? Is it going to be C.J. Baxter and Trey Wisner ready to go? Our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247 wrote an article last week about the travel squad. How many players are going to be able to go on the road? Where's the balance going to be in that? So there's a lot that is going to be broken down in those conversations. Another conversation that needs to be had is I wanted to talk about Texas baseball. They had the Texas A&M, the University of Texas versus Texas Tech at the Dell Diamond this weekend. They played 12 innings. Texas ends up winning the ball game. But the story was both teams had byes this past weekend. Texas Tech had a bye, and, of course, Texas had the bye. It was a packed house. I think there might have been 6,000 to 7,000 people in attendance for that matchup on Saturday, an exhibition game that was played 12 innings. And you got a chance to see some of the newer transfers. You got to see some pitching.
What did you think?
I thought it was outstanding. I thought the players looked good. I thought that the ability to throw strikes is something that I know it's early because we're not even in the season yet, but you got to be able to throw strikes. And that is something that I think both teams are going to be working on this offseason. There's some young guys that got a chance to go out there and play. Got a chance to see Gibbons. He hit the snot out of the baseball, squared up a couple baseballs, got to play in front of a bunch of fans that he was excited about. It was a good look and a great turnout. So it's not baseball season, but you would have thought it was baseball season by the attendance of everyone that was there. So it was really, really cool to see that. So kudos to them for making that happen.
Was there any like baseball that you saw that looked rusty that you like, they'll be better than that when the season starts?
Yeah, there's always going to be that, chasing pitches out of the zone. And as I said, you got the ability to throw strikes, running the bases. Everybody didn't look like they were in full speed yet, stretching out some things that you want to see some guys run.
Okay.
I stood with a bunch of scouts, so we had a lot of conversations during the game, but it was good to see it. It was good to see it. So Coach Schloss should be happy with the performance because obviously Texas won, but they hit the ball well. They swung it well. They did some things that you expected to see from a Texas baseball team.
All right.
Want to get into the NFL because the NFL will continue those conversations tomorrow as well, as we'll talk to Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans, and we are your home of the Houston Texans right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. We'll talk to him tomorrow. But I wanted to get into Monday Night Football. Tonight, the New York Jets travel to Miami, and the Cincinnati Bengals will travel to Denver. Kickoff for the first game, Miami and New York, will be at 6:15, and Cincinnati and Denver will be at 7:15. All of these teams are in a peculiar spot, especially the New York Jets. They're 0-3. The Dolphins 0-3. There is a lot that is happening during this time right now. And wait a minute, just got an email. Let me address this with you guys right now. Actual press conference will start today at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. with Coach Sark. It will happen at 11 a.m. So make sure you tuned in at 11. You were going to hear Craig Way and myself, but now you'll hear Coach Sark at 11 a.m. So make sure that you're tuned in for that. But as I was saying, with the NFL, you look at the Jets and the Dolphins, two teams that are in a bad spot. What is Miami going to do if they don't win this game tonight? Is this the last that we see of Mike McDaniel? Because you can't tell me you're excited about this. If you're going to be at 0-4.
Straight Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, but if you look at the Jets, you can't do anything because you just got a brand new coach.
Well, the Jets can't do anything. I mean, but get their quarterback healthy and back, and then they start back to roll, I think. But if I'm Miami, two courses of action. One, Mike, tell your story walking. You're fired! And the next course of action is I get Quinn Ewers some reps.
Oof.
My, you know what?
They ready? They ready for Quinn? They calling for Quinn already?
What's the signal to the bullpen, Hardge?
Well, their backup guy. Their backup quarterback is Zach Wilson, though.
Zach Wilson, stop. He might as well leave Tua out there.
I mean,
oh my God, I can't believe this.
That's their backup. That is their backup. So it's going to take a lot for Quinn Ewers to get onto the floor. So we'll see how that plays out. But for real, though, Tyreek Hill, is this where this is Tyreek's last game?
There you go. That's the third thing.
Is that going to be going to trade him out of there?
You know who needs a wide receiver now?
Who?
The Giants. The Giants, they got money.
Oh, yeah.
They got money to spend.
Yeah.
And they got draft picks.
And Jackson Dart looked the part. Maybe, or maybe that's the trade for Russell Wilson. Maybe he goes to Miami. And then
you see my face.
I couldn't even finish the saying. I couldn't even say it.
You can get Russell Wilson for a bag of Skittles and some golf stoppers.
Well, they might need those golf stoppers. There's a couple places that'll definitely need them. Monday is in the books. Make sure time adjustment. Coach Sark's press conference starts at 11 a.m. today, right here on your home for Texas football. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. We will be better tomorrow. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
Hey.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some